All right, hey there, everybody. Happy Monday night, first day of the new week, and we are looking ahead to some more rain, which, by the way, we saw some pretty good rainfall earlier today, primarily in the morning, and in the form of two different waves. We saw one around midnight last night, and then one around 7 o'clock this morning. The one this morning was a lot stronger, came through with a heavier line and more defined line of thunderstorms, which produced a lot of thunder, lightning, and heavy rain, especially on the west side of San Antonio. We'll take a look at some of the rain estimates, rain totals in your neighborhood, in your neck of the woods in just a bit. And if you have a question, feel free to comment down below. We'll be talking all things weather for the next 15 minutes or so here on Kent's 5 on Digital. Good evening, Paul. Good evening, Guadalupe. Hope you're having a wonderful night, wonderful start to the week. It wasn't as hot today because of the rain. We like that. It kind of puts a slow start on our temperatures when you get morning rain, morning clouds. So when it's harder for it to clear out, the temperatures are slow to warm up, and that's what we like. We saw lower 90s today versus like triple digits this past weekend and even last week as well. So we're in somewhat of a seasonal pattern right now because of rain and because of clouds, but that'll soon change as we head into Father's Day weekend later on this weekend. So details coming up. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, so we talked about rain, Guadalupe. You said sprinkles in Beeville. Okay, cool. Yeah, we saw a couple of downpours just a couple hours ago near Cuero, near Carn City. That's mostly east of Beeville. But Beeville got some pretty good rain earlier this morning, that's for sure. Mathis towards the coastal bend. Small little downpour this morning. Yeah, that's good. I mean, this entire line stretched from the hill country all the way down to Corpus Christi and the coastal bend from earlier this morning. So it's some pretty good rainfall. Okay, so let's talk about the weather. And it starts off with this right here. Well, actually, let's rewind it back. Beautiful shot over at the airport right now. We have some nice clouds overhead. And what that's doing is kind of creating a nice little cotton candy look to the atmosphere right now. That's what I like to call it, cotton candy skies. You have that little pink color kind of fighting through in the atmosphere at this hour. Sunset, I think, is around 8:30. Yeah, look at that. 8:34 is tonight's sunset, so in about 15 minutes or so. Today's high, 94, closer to normal. It is still warmer than average, but if you take a look at that second column, that represents the average for this time in June and this time of year. On June 10th, we should be topping out at 92, morning low, bottoming out around 72. Instead, we are really close. Our morning low was 1 degree cooler than the low, average low, 71. Today's high was 94, nowhere near the record set back in 2022, I should say. Yeah, a couple of years ago. Today's total rainfall since 12:01 this morning, 0.72. Pretty good rainfall, and that did range depending on where you're at. So add 0.72 to our year-to-date rainfall. That equals 13.44. We're over a foot. That's good. And I say that reluctantly just because the last couple months during the springtime, we did well. We had awesome rain in March, April, and May. But now it's starting to slow down despite the rain we saw this morning. But with that being said, 13.44 is right around the typical number you see for rainfall this progress throughout the year. And to put it in perspective, back in 2022, we only picked up 11.51 in the entire year, and we're already surpassed that. So that's just a testament on how dry 2022 was. Between January and December, only 11 inches fell in San Antonio, and the fact that it's June now and we're already past that. Again, 2022 was like the second driest year on record. And 13.44 is right around the June average, so we're doing okay. We're doing pretty well because of the spring rains and because of this morning's rain as well. So this is the last 24 hours. There was the first burst of rain late last night, and then early this morning, a stronger line pushing through around 6 and 7 a.m., and now we're clear. We saw a couple downpours to the south and east. Near Victoria, you can kind of pick it out on radar right there. Between there and Seadrift, Palacis, Refugio, Goliad, towards the coastal bend. I think that's Copano Bay. That's Corpus Christi Bay, Copano Bay, that's San Antonio Bay, and then Matagorda Bay. So just to the north of San Antonio Bay. Here in San Antonio, we are quiet. What we're watching closely, I don't know, I don't think this is a false return. This is a isolated downpour right outside of Garden Ridge. It's non-severe, but it's popping off of a outflow. It's hard to see it on this particular radar product, but basically storms out near Austin, near Rockdale, near Giddings earlier this evening. The energy from those storms moved in our direction, what we call an outflow, and that cooler air that flows out from those thunderstorms undercuts the humidity here in the San Antonio area, and sometimes that can pop off a couple of storms in the afternoon and evening hours. But yeah, that's over near the TPC, the JW Marriott. This is right outside of 281, probably right over Bulverde Road in Evans. This is where that rogue and super isolated downpour is at right now. But again, we don't have a lot of upper level support, so this may last another 10 to 15 minutes as it moves towards 281. But I think that's about it for activity for tonight. You can see the rest of San Antonio, it is mostly quiet. Oh, sunshine. Guadalupe, did the watershed get some? Yeah, it got some pretty good rain. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at that right now. You'll see where the watershed is and where the recharge zone is. It's right, between central Kerr County all the way to Real County and up towards Junction. That's where, where the rain falls, it funnels into the Edwards Aquifer. So that's where we want it to fall. And these past several months, it's been falling between here, the Gulf Coast, towards the Rio Grande, but it really hasn't been falling a lot consistently in the hill country. And that's where we want it to fall. And take a look at some of these estimates. You can see between here, Harper, Kerrville, Junction, kind of where those orange colors you're seeing, those are contours representing over 4 to 4.5 inches of rain in some rural areas of Kerr County. And same thing towards Junction right off I-10. Now what's really interesting, you can see that line out east towards Johnson City. There were a couple of downpours out near Johnson City and towards Bulverde that did drop some pretty good rain, but really falling off to almost nothing in the eastern parts of Gillespie County. So Fredericksburg saw some good rain, but towards Harper you pick up more rain, and the farther northeast you go towards Marble Falls, the less rain you see. Comparable numbers in Bandera County, towards Medina County and Camp Wood. Matter of fact, 3 to 4 inches in some of those areas that are showing the orange color. Hondo, probably 2 to 2.5 inches of rain outside of Hondo, south of Highway 90, 4 inches of rain. West side of Bexar County, just a surplus of heavy rain earlier this morning. 3 to 4 inches of rain on average between Helotes, Braun Road towards Culebra, Potranco, Marbach. That side of San Antonio just saw a lot of rain last night and through this morning as well. But notice out farther east, the far eastern you go towards eastern Bexar County, I should say, towards Lavernia, St. Hedwig, and even towards Seguin, less and less rain. Yeah, 3/10 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch of rain on average between I-10 and I-35. But overall, it was mainly on the west side of Bexar County that picked up on some heavy rain earlier this morning. So if you have any rain gauges or pictures or videos, send it my way. That'd be perfect. Grace, good evening. Any more overnight storms in San Antonio? There will be a couple of isolated storms between midnight and 5 a.m. Don't think it's going to be as intense as this morning, but there will be some rain overnight, Grace. Mostly just spotty downpours, maybe some thunder and lightning here and there, but nothing severe is expected overnight, but there will be some rain moving through. And in some of these storms, they did produce some small hail. It wasn't everywhere. Earlier this morning and late last night, it was mostly just strong winds. Nothing that was severe weather criteria. We had a severe warning late last night around 11 o'clock or so, probably 10:45, but it expired in about 30 minutes. Even at that, very small hail, and the winds were 30 to 40 miles an hour. There's tonight's sunset over San Antonio International. It still is 90 degrees outside. Feels like 95. Humidity is up. East winds are a little breezy. Tonight's, oh, that's beautiful. Right over Calaveras Lake. If you look closely, in the center of that camera shot is the skyline, downtown San Antonio. But to the left and to the west, you can see the sun setting on this beautiful and clear Monday night in the wake of those storms, right? Beautiful sunset. And it's great to see the atmosphere clear because the last couple of weeks, Air quality has been an issue, and it's always hazy. It's always been hazy. But now the skies have cleared, and we're looking at a beautiful sunset tonight. 85 at 10, 81 at 1, and not until we're not dropping into the 70s until about 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. That will help contribute to a couple of isolated storms and showers overnight. Nothing like what we saw this morning, but that will last until about 5 or 6 a.m., maybe a lingering shower by 7 a.m. More so dry for Tuesday. Highs near 95. It's going to be a warm day, very summer-like. Normal is 92, average high though. And then tomorrow's high will be about 95 to 96 tomorrow afternoon. Jeff, you had a few light showers. That's good. What side of town are you watching from, Jeff? I'm on the northeast side of town. And we saw a few showers, a couple of downpours here and there, but nothing as heavy as the west side of San Antonio this morning. Between Helotes, Leon Valley, towards SeaWorld, 151, that side of town just really saw a good amount of rainfall in the last 24 hours. But there's tomorrow's forecast. If you're just joining in, it is Monday. It's Monday night. Tomorrow's Tuesday, and tomorrow's forecast, we'll start off with a little bit of rain. The roads may be a little slick because of the overnight showers that'll move in between now and 6 a.m. Most of it should be out by 7 or 8 a.m. It should be mostly clear by that time, but still we'll give it a 30% chance at a lingering shower. Jeff, you're watching from the southeast side of San Antonio. Southeast, so yeah, you saw some good rain. Yeah, some light showers. Not as much as the west side, but yeah, southeast side of San Antonio saw some decent rains last night and this morning. Okay, so here's the forecast. Let's go through it hour by hour. And I'm going to stop. I'm going to actually adjust this, so bear with me real quick. So again, I would say by about 7 a.m. we are quiet when we're clear. Tomorrow afternoon there will be a couple of more moderate to heavy downpours around, but very scattered, widely scattered at that. So let's rewind it back. So this is about now. Timestamp is in the upper right-hand corner, 9 p.m. We fast forward to about midnight to 1 a.m. That's when we're expecting a couple of storms igniting ahead of a front that's in north and central Texas. As it drifts farther south and kind of moves around, that'll spark off a couple of storms and kind of give it a forward push towards the hill country. So if you're watching from Rock Springs, Kerrville, Fredericksburg, Harper, anywhere in the hill country, overnight, a little bit of lightning, a little bit of thunder, and some isolated, scattered heavy rain. This is just a forecast model, so it's not showing exactly how it's going to play out, but it gives you an idea of what's going to happen. 3 a.m., rain continues to push south and southeast, but generally diminishes. It weakens on approach to San Antonio, as it typically does, but heads up for Bernie, Lakey, Johnson City, Bulverde. As this system moves east and toward the south, it will diminish, it will weaken, but there will be rain through about 4 and 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. And there will be a lingering shower or two by 7 or 8 o'clock, but I think by and large it clears out. We're mostly quiet, and the rest of the day is sunny with highs in the middle 90s. Now, as that front station goes stationary in North Texas, that's instability, and while we're far away from North Texas, it still sends us little waves of energy in our direction. So this time tomorrow night, 7 o'clock or so, there will be widely scattered showers and storms around. Not to say one's going to move into San Antonio, but there will be rain around. Between Austin, Del Rio, here, Eagle Pass, there will be widely scattered showers and widely scattered storms around. Tomorrow night, 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m. If one enters your area, you'll be lucky enough to pick up maybe a half an inch to an inch of rainfall. But again, widely scattered is the key. It's not going to be widespread and it's not going to be numerous, but there will be a couple of showers and thunderstorms around tomorrow. Now, as we fast forward into Thursday and Friday, the ridge of high pressure takes the upper hand and it really gains momentum. And what that's going to do is just put a lid on the atmosphere, push it down, compress the heat, compress the air, and lead to very abnormal heat. Typical high this time in June is 92 to 93. Instead, by Thursday and Friday, probably about 97, 98. Saturday and Sunday, 99 to 100, maybe 101 by next Monday, this time next week. So big general trend. Between now and Wednesday, daily rain chances, widely isolated and widely scattered showers, but by Thursday, high pressure takes over. And what that's going to do is really lead to the heat. Clear out skies, It's going to be a nice weekend to enjoy, some type of outdoor activity. Just drink water and be safe because it's going to be hot. Upper 90s to lower 100s as we progress into Father's Day Sunday. So something to keep in mind if you're planning any outdoor activities with the family, with dad on Saturday and Sunday. It will gradually get hotter and hotter by Father's Day Sunday and by early next week as well. Okay, here's your 7-day. So overnight chances are 30%. So kind of like what you saw in that forecast model. Widely scattered showers and widely scattered storms only amounting to about 30 to maybe 40% coverage on rain. Tuesday for tomorrow, a chance for early morning showers, mainly before sunrise, before you wake up, before you get your day going. And then again, 30% probably after 4 o'clock with the heating of the day. That'll produce a widely scattered shower. Same thing for Wednesday. We're a little hesitant. We put 20% just because models are saying there will be rain around, but not as much as today or tomorrow. So for Wednesday, 20% isolated shower, isolated storm. Thursday, we drop the rain chance and we up the heat. 97 Friday, 98 on Saturday, and pushing over 100 degrees in some areas. This weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it's going to be hot. So drink water, bring plenty of water to wherever you go. If that's out to a park, if you're going to the river, drink plenty of water. It is going to be extremely hot. Because if you look at the upper right-hand corner, it's 92 is average, and the fact that we're hitting 100 degrees, and it's not even summer yet. Summer officially begins next Thursday, I believe, on June 20th. But again, Father's Day Sunday, 100. Father's Day Sunday, going to be hot and humid. The day after, very similar, 78 for a morning low, and triple digits on the afternoon high. Guadalupe, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week. Of course, you too, Guadalupe. Thank you so much. And again, that's the forecast. So not much action aside from overnight tonight and then through tomorrow and Wednesday, just kind of widely scattered activity. And then by Thursday and Friday, we are dry. We are hot and temperatures pushing the century mark by Saturday and Sunday. All right, guys, have a wonderful night. Be safe. Again, plan for the week ahead. Again, Saturday and Sunday is going to be extremely hot, right around 100 degrees both days this weekend. Heads up for any kids that have, soccer practice, any sports extracurricular activities outside this weekend. If you're going to the beach, going to the coast, going to the river, going anywhere outdoors this weekend with the family, with dad, it is going to be extremely hot. And when you factor in the humidity off that south and southeast wind, probably feeling more like 103 to 104 through the holiday weekend. And probably the same by next Monday. But yeah, so summer officially starts June 20th. That's next Thursday. And we're pushing 100 degrees.
It also starts June 20th?
Huh.
Last year, my 20th.
No, David Lynch. Oh, no. Your birthday's around the corner. Nice, man. Are you excited?
Just tell the audience I like chamoy candy.
Okay.
And chamoy in general.
David Lynch. David Lynch likes mango.
Pineapple slices with chamoy.
Nice.
And sprinkle some tacky.
Basically, David Lynch likes chamoy. So his birthday is next Thursday?
Yep.
And if you want to give him a birthday present, give him some chamoy. Okay, Jeff, yeah, absolutely. You guys have a wonderful night. Alicia, prepared leaving my house this morning. Yeah, I mean, there was some pretty good heavy rain this morning. It was right around rush hour. I mean, it was heavy. It was loud. I mean, I didn't get as much rain as the west side, but we did hear the thunder earlier this morning. Okay, that's it for the weather forecast. Have a wonderful rest of your night, guys. Be safe. And again, plan accordingly for this weekend as it really starts to heat up right around 100 on Saturday and Sunday. Have a great night, and we'll see you later on KENS 5 News at 10.